Hey everybody, this is Benny, and in this video I'm going to show you how to move a PC solo or co-op save to your GPORTAL server. This video is a follow-up or a supplement to my first GPORTAL video. That video covers server rental, setup, and how to connect to your server. So I'm going to assume that you've already gone through those procedures. If you haven't, I recommend you go back and watch that video. There's a link to that video down in the description. And there's also a link to save you 10% off a GPORTAL server rental. Now, to confirm that you're ready to do this next few processes, let's go to the file manager, PAL, saved, SaveGames, 0, and then you'll see a save game. This hasn't been used yet. It's a blank save, and it's not going to get used for that matter. But we are going to leave it right here on this space. And then what we want to do is we want to find your local save and move it to the server. So let's go ahead and hit Windows key and R. And what that will do is bring up the run command. From there, you're going to copy the address that I put down in the description. And since I've already done this, I'm just going to go ahead and use the drop down. But you're looking at %, LocalAppData, %, /PAL, /saved, /SavedGames, /. Just copy and paste it in there, or I guess you could type it in there if you want to. Now I'm going to hit OK, and that's going to bring up our SaveGames folder for Palworld. This blurred out number here is your Steam ID. So we're going to go ahead and go in there, and here's a list of saves. Now every time you log into a server or you start a local game, one of these is going to be created. So a lot of the ones that are in here are actually either servers I've joined or local saves that I've had. So if you don't know which one of these is the save you're looking for, what you need to do is start Palworld and then start your solo or co-op game, walk around for a minute to give it long enough time to save, maybe pick up a stick or something like that, and then shut it back down. And then when you come in here and you sort by date modified, it'll be the top one listed here, and you'll see the time you just were logged in plus the date and all that. Once you have that established, what we're going to do here is we are going to right click on that file, and then we're going to copy. Then just click an empty area here and paste. What that'll do is it'll create a copy version. Doing here. There we go. It'll create a copy version of that file. Now, you don't want to leave that in here. Take this out, and we're going to move it to our desktop. I've got desktop off screen here, so I'm just going to move it over to the desktop for now, and it's out of the way. And then once that's done, we're going to come in here and we're going to delete world option. Remember, you've got a backup made now, the copy you just made, so don't worry about that. But what we're going to do is we're going to delete this world option thing. It will not upload to the server, so you want it out of the way. All right, now once we've got that established, we want to go ahead and hit upload here and bring back our folder. Now we're going to go ahead and come back up, and we're going to just drag this whole folder over to the upload window, and then give that a minute to upload. All right, now that that's uploaded, we're going to go ahead and we can delete the default one that I created. Right click, delete, and confirm. Okay, now the next thing we need to do is we need to tell Palworld, the server, to look for this save file. So what we're going to do is we're going to right click, hit rename, select this, and copy. Once you've copied it, go ahead and hit cancel. Next, we're going to go back to saved. So just click up here on saved, and then config. Once in config, go to Windows Server, and you want to scroll down and look for game user settings. There it is. Open that. And then up here is the dedicated server name. And we want to change this to what we just copied. So we can select this. And of course you can hit Control V. Just to make this obvious, I'm going to come down here and I'm going to hit paste. For some reason it always jumps to the bottom of the screen when you do this. Don't worry about it. Just scroll back up, verify that it pasted. Okay. Now come over here, hit save. And we're all saved. So the next thing you're going to need to do is go back out to saved here. I'm going to start the server. And we're going to go ahead and log in. Now, before I do this, do not panic. It's going to look as if your character's gone. So we're going to open up Palworld, we're going to join multiplayer game. And I did explain how to join multiplayer games in my previous video. But you're going to come down here, you're going to enter your IP and port, which is you can get from your server status page. All right, we're going to hit connect. If you set up a password, make sure to enter that. And then we're going to log into the game. Now, like I said, don't panic. It's bringing us to character creation because it doesn't know that our local save file is the character that we're looking for. What we need is we need to create a slot with a character in it that is linked to our Steam ID, which doesn't happen when you create a local account. So we're going to call this, just make sure it has temp or something recognizable as your temporary character in the name. You're going to want that later. So I'm going to go Benny Temp, confirm, and just start the game. Don't worry about customizing this character. This character is not going to exist once we get through here. You can go ahead and hold space bar to skip scene. And then you want to level this character up to level 2. And the quickest way to do that is just do the missions that it gives you right off the bat. So we're going to come in here, unlock this. We're going to come over here and we're going to talk to this NPC. And you hold space. You can't skip this part, but you can hold space to skip that first dialogue. And then after you get out of this screen here, and he starts talking again, or she, you go ahead and hold space. And then go ahead and you want to just follow the instructions. So we're going to pick up a fallen branch. And now we want to set up a workbench. So we're going to hit B to build and throw down our workbench and then build it. Here we go. Hit level 2 and walk a few steps. Sometimes you need to do that in order for the server to actually register. Let it go through its dialogues and everything. Okay, we're good. Now go ahead and hit escape and return to title. Close or minimize Palworld. Come back to your server and shut down the server. Now, this was a co-op game I used. So what I want to see when I come in here is the number of players in our co-op game plus 1. So there were 2 players in our co-op game. And when I come in here and go to players, I should see 3 player saves. There we go. This is a local player save. And what happened was when I logged into the server, this was not associated with anybody's Steam ID, so it didn't get used. Instead, it made me create a new character. All right, so right now, what we need to do is we need to get this character to use this slot. To do that, we need a special tool. Now, I've linked to the tool down in the description. What you're going to want to do is go ahead and download that first. Once you follow the link in the description, you're going to get to this page here. This is the Palworld Save Tools releases on Git. And what we're looking for, if you scroll down, is this version right here. This is the whole folder. So this is the PST Palworld Save Tools standalone folder. And we're just going to go ahead and download this. Once that's complete, then we're going to go to our downloads folder and we're going to unzip this. Obviously, this can vary by computer, so however you need to extract it, and then go ahead and delete the original. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move this to desktop. Okay, now that that's ready, we're going to go on to the next step, which is we're going to go back to our GPORTAL page, and let's go ahead and go back to 0. Now what we want to do is, now that we've created a character here, we want to download this file. So we're going to download it. And of course, it's going to go back to our downloads folder and it'll be in zip form. So go ahead and extract that. Delete the original. And then we're going to drag this over to our PST standalone folder. And the reason we're doing this is going to become obvious in a minute here. Close our downloads. Let's open up Palworld Save Tools. If you get a Microsoft Protected Your PC, don't worry about it. We're just going to go more info, scroll to the side, and hit run anyway. If you're not comfortable with doing that, you're pretty much dead in the water at this point. Now, I'm not on the updated version of the tool. So I could always click on this. It'll take me to the updated version of the tool. but they've been updating pretty regularly right now because of the how new Palworld 1.0 is. All right, we're going to go to down here, fix host save. And then what we want to do is hit browse. And because I dropped this folder into the PST standalone folder, it's going to be right there for you. You don't have to go looking for it. I'm just going to go ahead and click on through. Oop. Until you see the save file, go into the save file. And what you're looking for is level, not level meta or local data, just level. And we're going to just double click that. And it will open. When it does that, you're going to see your character. Any co-op players that you have will also be listed along with their level and how many pals they have and all that stuff. And then you'll see the temp character that you created on both, and they should look the same on both sides. So what you want to do is you want to pick the player that you want to replace your temp character. All right, so I'm going to select this character, and you'll also notice it's got a bunch of the zeros here. That's because that's the local save character. And I'm going to go ahead and click the temp character on this side. So character I want, character I'm replacing. Once that's all done, hit migrate. And fix has been applied. Have fun. What it did was it swapped these two. You'll notice over here now that the temp character has the zeros and my good character has the Steam-derived GUI ID. All right, so now that that's done, we can go ahead and just close this. Let's close down the tool. All right, next we want to upload our now converted save folder to our server. So go back to the server and you want to just go ahead and, I know, here we go again, delete this folder. That's a right click and a delete and hit confirm. Okay, now that this is gone, go ahead and bring up your PST standalone folder. And we're just going to click through as we did before. And this time when we hit 0, we'll see the save folder. Hit upload. Bring your folder back. And then drag this to your uploads. Go ahead and wait for that to complete. And there we have it. Now we can start the server and log back in to check it. Join multiplayer, connect, password, in we go. Okay, now what I'm going to show you right now is what most people are going to miss, and that's if you hit the map button, my map has been turned back into the base map. It shows where my temp character was standing, and it shows the area where I'm standing now. Granted, this isn't a end game save or anything, but I had a lot more uncovered here. So what we need to do is transfer that information back over to this server. So we're going to return to title. So that problem does not exist here. It actually exists locally. And that's why we made a copy or a backup of our save originally. So go ahead and minimize that. And what I want to do is I want to go back to my local saved folder. So what we're going to do is, I'm going to close this. And if you didn't leave it open before, go ahead and hit Windows R again. And hit OK. And then when you're back at your save games, here's that copy that I made earlier. I'll go ahead and open this as well. So this is a copy of my original save. And where that Fog of War and Discovery stuff is stored is in this local data right here. So this is my local folder. I'm going to open this up. And here's the folder. Here's the save. You'll notice it matches the save name up here. We're going to go in here. And then what we want to do is we want to hit copy. And then come over here and paste. Go ahead, replace the file in the destination. And you're set. Close these both out. So what I've done is, what happened was when I created that temporary character, that was a new character, it basically overwrote the discovery of that new character over the top of that more experienced character. So basically I've taken the copy and I moved it over. Next, let's go ahead and get back into Palworld. We're going to join multiplayer again. Connect. Password. Let's go ahead and look at the map. And you'll notice that all of my discovery has been restored. So I hope you found this video useful. I appreciate a like and a sub if you want to. You can ask any questions you need to ask down in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Benny out.